For those of you who don't know who I am, in the sport of boxing, I'm the only person in the history of that sport to have ever been in the ring with marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hitman Hearns, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, and none of them were ever able to lay a hand on me. Well, it all began in October of 1992. A young lady by the name of Toby Berlin. She was executive director of Playboy Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. And I didn't know who hired the ring announcers, so I thought I would contact all the hotels and their entertainment directors and everything. So she got this letter from this guy that said, I want to be a ring announcer, and it was a pitch and everything. But she thought, yeah, why not? She gave a letter to and asked Phil Alessi and his right-hand guy at the time, Mr. Brad Jacobs, to take a look at me and they think I could do it, give me a chance. And they did. It was Tuesday Night Fights on USA Cable, and you know, I wasn't bad. I was horrible. It was a disaster. I mean, I was nervous. I was the worst ever, and it was another 5 months until Rose Patterson worked for Frank Gelder. They came up and I said, "You think you can do any better?" I got a chance. And the first fight that I did was on CBS at that stage. It was in March 1993. And Marlon Starling, who was here, fought a guy by the name of Juan the Threat Barrett. And he knocked him out. And it's been pretty steady work since then. It was a pretty good deal. I started announcing all the Top Rank Boxing on the ESPN shows. That was the #1 sports cable show at the time. And in the eastern part of the country, and that led to ABC, CBS, NBC, Showtime, and HBO, and I actually was the first ring announcer to say, it's Showtime. I didn't come up with the line, David actually came up with it. I used to say, it's Showtime, and then I said, let's get ready to rumble. I didn't want to lose that line. Little boxing trivia, you know, I'll take home with you. Now in a few years, I found myself traveling all over the country announcing fights. When Mike Tyson became heavyweight champion in the late 80s, that was indeed a big break for me. And my career really took off. And somehow, like you say, Al, we did manage to survive the 80s. And people say, when are you going to write a book? I'm going to retire so I can tell the truth. But no, I'll leave you out there. It'll cost you. And I found myself introducing the starting lineups for Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA championship games, the World Series. It's just been you know, a great ride. The phone never stopped ringing. I had to bring my brother Bruce Buffer on to help me out man the phones, because it's pretty hard to say, well, I want to get this much. Bruce is a pretty good businessman, and he took over eventually and became my business partner to help with the trademark. Now, a big question always is, how did the trademark happen? You know, we all remember Muhammad Ali at the classic weigh-ins in Madison Square Garden, and you know, oh, I'm looking so pretty, I'm waist down, I'm ready to rumble. The phrase he used. Sal Marciano on ESPN. We had a lot of fights in Atlantic City, and Sal would actually say, well, let's get ready to rumble from Resorts International, or we're ready to rumble from Atlantic City. That sounded good, and so, you know, I started to say that, and Sal continued on with his sports anchor job and with television in New York, and wasn't with us anymore, and left me as the only one saying, let's get ready to rumble, and kind of fine-tuned it, and that's what you hear today. You know, I tried man your battle stations, and crickets out there. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. So I stayed with Let's Get Ready to Rumble. A great friend of mine who passed away, Jody Perry, an entertainer, told me around 1988 or 89. He said, when you say let's get ready to rumble, shut the hell up. And I this guy really knew show business and timing and everything. And his point was, if you see the old tapes on ESPN Classic, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. really seem as though I was trying to make attention myself. You know, I'm real simple. February 1989, Roberto Duran, I ran a bar.